So today I had no intentions at all of videoing. I am harvesting our microgreens for farmer's market tomorrow and our CSA today. So I've already harvested my radish, and we do have some growing in soil, and we have some growing in our Terrafibre hemp mats. So I want to show you the difference between the two, because there is a huge difference. So I'm going to get my camera turned around, I'm going to get harvesting, and I'm going to explain a few things to you. Okay, so first of all, I am doing this on my own, camera-wise. So you're going to get a little bit of shadowing here from the sun coming through the windows, which is absolutely beautiful. Okay, so these ones are grown, this is broccoli, and these are grown in soil, as you can see. The problem I have with soil is when you cut, now you make sure your hands are super clean, mine are, everything is sterilized, my scissors, I use scissors, I was using a knife, I find it easier with my scissors. With the soil, I'm hoping you can see, when you cut, you can't cut right down to the soil, because you're going to get the soil into all of your microgreens when you're harvesting. So you have to make sure that you stay up a little bit. Whereas, let me grab my hemp mat. Now this one, just make sure that's in there. This one here is the mat. So I can harvest right down to the mat. And it doesn't even matter with these if you pull them out, because you're not going to have any dirt on your root. So if you happen to get a little root in there, it's not a big deal. Whereas with the dirt ones, or the soil, when you pull that out, you get that dirt, and you have to make sure that you cut that off. So there's the difference in the length that you can see the difference, if you know what I mean. So I'm going to continue to harvest both these trays, and we're going to see what we get off. Now with this one, you can see it's not quite as dense as the soil one. For whatever reason, I'm wondering if this was planted a little bit later as opposed to this one, which is a lot more dense. And with the seed hulls on the top, I just give it a little light swipe like that, and all the seed hulls fall. And it doesn't even really matter if you get a couple of those in your harvest. So I do 75 grams per clamshell. And these are the clamshells we use. These are the hinged flat top ones. And then I put a little simple label on the top. I'll show you that after. So we put 75 grams of broccoli in the clamshells. We do the same weight for our radish as well. And kohlrabi. The only thing we do is with sunflowers and peas, we do 90 grams. And we put them in a bag because they don't fit into these clamshells. But these fit 75 ounces very well. I'll show you that in a bit. So I'm going to get harvesting and see what we get off each tray. So I will start with my tray that is planted in the Terrafibre mat, and then I'll head on to my soil, and we'll be right back. I'll show you what I get. Actually, I'm going to show you right now what I mean by being able to cut down. I'm hoping you can see this, but I just lift my mat and I cut, and you get nothing. No dirt, no nothing. Right there, you have a little bit of a root. You can cut that off if you want. And then I put it onto into my dish where I'm weighing. And I just continue to do that. Whereas the soil, when I get to that one, I will show you exactly what I mean. Okay, so off this tray with the Terrafibre mat, I got, and remember, this one wasn't as full as the other because this was a younger one. And the flavor of these are identical. I find zero difference between the flavors grown in soil or the mats. But I got 4 clamshells, full. So there's 75 grams each, plus, what is this? That's 48 grams right there extra. And that's just off the Terrafibre mat. So now I'm going to head on to, I'll put these aside because I have to label them after, and I'll show you that in a bit. Now I'm going to head on to my soil one. And like I said, this is denser, which is beautiful. Again, I'm just going to, with clean hands, lightly shake off the hulls. And I'm going to show you this. Let me see if you can see here. I'll pull that up this way. There we go. So you can see the soil in there, which means I don't want to cut down too deep because the soil will end up in with the microgreens, and you have to be a little more careful. So take that, and you want to make sure that you're, you know, nice and clean. And I will continue on doing this. So I'm going to set my 48 aside, and I'm going to start a new batch to see what we get. So my goal is this has to give me 4.5 or a little more than 4.5. And we'll see what we get from that. I'll be right back. Okay, so I didn't get as much as I wanted off of the soil one. I got 3 clamshells plus 55 grams. So the Terrafibre, regardless of it being planted later, it wasn't as dense. We still got more weight out of this because we could cut, you can see, you could cut down quite far. And with the soil, you could still cut down quite far, but you don't want to be getting into you don't want to be lifting up the soil to get into your microgreens. So, so I just want to show you, this is our finished product that goes to market. So it's in the clamshell. I just get these labels through, you can get them at Staples or anywhere you want. You can get whatever size, shape, whatever. And I just go on to a program on Avery, and you can pick out whatever template and make your own labels. And you can buy these online, and I can't remember where, but in bulk instead of buying them at Staples and paying a little bit more for them. But for now, that's what I'm using. And that's pretty nice little packaging, and they will go to market. Now, I want to show you these mats. So we purchased these through Amazon quite some time ago. And I must say we are in the Amazon affiliate program. So, and I have to say that when I do these videos. I will put the link to these in the description box below. If you do end up going to buy them, we do make a small percentage of whatever is sold of these. It's not costing you anything extra. It's, if you were to go buy them anyhow, you would, but we do make a little percentage. So these, hands down, worked so well. Now we bought them in a roll. We just bought this one huge 120-foot roll, and I took my little roller cutter and cut them, which was easy. And because it was cheaper to buy it like this, I've got pictures actually I'll put right here. But this, hands down, is way better than the soil, I think. I'm just going to show you my radish. I'll put my radish down on the floor here. We have these styrofoam coolers, actually, that we use to bring them to market, and then we put them in our fridge or cooler, and they just stay cool. It keeps them cool at market as well as we're putting them out. So these are the Rambo radish that I did, and we just marked them as radish because sometimes we have Rambo and sometimes we have Trident and sometimes we have both. So, and sometimes we'll do a mixture, so we just put radish on it. And again, those are 75 grams. We sell these for $4 a clamshell. They look beautiful. They're a little fogged up right now because they were in the cooler. But to explain about the mats, now I would not sell anything that I do not believe in at all. Even if I wasn't, if it was a little bit okay, I still wouldn't try to sell you on it. But this really did work, and that's why I thought it was important to do this video as well. With the radish in the soil, I was getting 3 to 4 clamshells. With the Terrafibre, I was getting anywhere from 5 to 6. So, and they were exactly the same thickness. They were the same height, but they did way better in the Terrafibre. Actually, I shouldn't say they did way better in the Terrafibre. You could harvest deeper in the Terrafibre. So that's all I wanted to address. And people were asking about the Terrafibre mats, and I haven't done a video in a while. So I just thought I'd touch base on that, and I'll put the links below. I'll put the links to where we get our clamshells and anything else I can think of that I've touched base on. The soil we use is just like a general purpose potting soil, basically. So I decided to come back to show you. I'm going to move this out of the sunlight here. This is a Terrafibre mat as well. I do all my peas in here. I have not done peas in soil. Soil I find way too messy. Something I forgot to tell you, each mat, when I cut it, it ends up costing us around $2.50. But when you're making an extra $8 off each tray as opposed to soil, it pays for itself. But I just want to show you with the mat, see how close you can cut down. Is that not beautiful? There is absolutely, you don't have to worry about any soil being into the roots or into the microgreens. And I'm just going to grab these bags here. And this is how we bag, because like I said, our these don't fit in our clamshells. So I just put them into a 5-ounce or a 5-pound poly bag and put my label on it. These are 90 grams each, and look at how beautiful that is. Like, they're just so nice, fresh, clean cut, and display well even in the bags. We weren't sure about this, but it did work. So I just wanted to show you that because I was onto it, and look at how clean that is. So definitely the Terra mats are the way to go. For me, anyhow. If you want to try them, try them. You can get them pre-cut. You can get them whichever. Go on, check it out. And the roll, though, is the cheapest way to go. But anyhow, have a great day, guys. Talk to you later. Bye.